Dear students, I welcome you all for the second session of the first economics chapter, that is natural resources. As we have discussed earlier in the first session, natural resources are those materials, useful materials that we do use in our economic activities: consumption, production, exchange, distribution. So mainly all these economic activities they do depend on natural resources. So natural resources plays a important role in everyone's life, each and every individual's life, and at the same time in the economic development of the nation. Today, and at the same time, we will discuss about what are the types of natural resources, and mainly what is the importance of natural resources. In this class, we are going to discuss the topic that is scarcity of resources. As I told you in the last class, human wants are not limited, it's going on increasing, and so we are going on using the existing natural resources given by God-given gift. So unlimited use of all these natural resources that led to the scarcity or lack of. You are not going to get that, and if you get also, it is in a limited form and at the same time not in the pure form. It's all polluted now. It's everything, it's not in the purest form. So let's discuss about what are the reasons for this scarcity of resources. Why we are finding it hard to get now. So as I told you, the very smart, intelligent species on this earth, the living organism, human resource, we all the people, without our consciousness, maybe not having much awareness, and without any thinking, judiciously thinking, we are going on using that, and that paved the way for this pathetic thing, what we do, the condition, what we do find, that is the scarcity of resources. Let's discuss about the different reasons for that. First one, overpopulation. As always used to say, for each and every problem, India is one of the overpopulation, populous country. We do have a lot of other problems. The people, they cannot fulfill their basic needs, all the things. But what about China children? First ranking the populous nation, one of the developed nations, and they are far advanced than India. We are still in the developing mode, developing stage. Yes. Let's see the first overpopulation, additional land. As the population increases, we have to provide more facilities, starting with additional land to all this population, additional food. So I can say that in simple words, more basic needs should be provided, must be provided to the overpopulation, the increased population, and providing shelter, food, clothing, shelter, and at the same time, what happens? Food shortage. What we are doing now? The beautiful forest, what we are doing? We are deforestating. In the sense, we are going on cutting the trees, and what we are doing? Forest, we are converting into agricultural land. We are converting the land to agricultural land, and after that, again, residential to provide for shelter. We are constructing the houses, and it is for commercial, for various other purposes, and at the same time, maybe for the transportation, the roads and the railways to build, and at the same time, industrial land or for industrialization, establishing many industries, more industries to provide jobs, and going on using the existing mineral resources. Children, I hope you got the idea. So because of this one problem, the increase in the population, what happens? There are so many other impact what we could see in the economy and each and every one, or in each and everyone's life, individual's life. Additional land, additional food, providing shelter, yes, and at the same time, conversion of forests. As we know that deforestation, we have to give importance to afforestation. So deforestation, that leads to, we are not getting the pure air to breathe, and the trees, as we know that there are so many other uses from which we are not getting all those advantages. Very sorry, Angel, very sorry state of mind of the people also. Yes, here not only we cannot blame the government, it is each and every individual's responsibility. Every citizen of the nation that he should have the consciousness, he should have the awareness that what we are doing, whether we are protecting that, whether we are fostering that for the future generation. That's a question mark. Yes. Next reason, growing industrialization. As we all know that the secondary sector. Having said that, agricultural sector is not providing jobs too. It is a seasonal employment, or throughout the year they are not getting the jobs. And what happened? Through industrialization, the government is giving more importance to industrialization. What we have seen here, conversion and all those things, what's going to happen? Industries, in pollution, yes. All whatever the resources, beautiful resources, what we do have, everything is polluted, it has become impure. Industrialization, effluents, everything that leads to. So what we are doing, for the sake of industries, we are going on to get the raw materials, the mineral resource, we are going on extracting that, we are going on taking that. What is going to happen here? It is going to empty one day. It's going to deplete one day. Mineral ores. Nothing is left there, going on taking. Man has become so selfish that we are going on extracting the same, and it is going to be depleted. And crude oil, as we all know that the oils, the petroleum and all these oils, that's very important for our vehicles to run. Isn't it? Now what happened? The oil wells going on taking that, and of course India, we don't have much reserves of crude oil. Talking about globally, other nations, what we do see, and the survey says that going on, it has depleted. It has also come down. The oil wells now little or limited oil is done. So next one, water increase. Increasing the population, water increase, as we know that nowadays the water table going on in the sense we are underground water, we are going on taking that. Earlier days, in the older days, just digging a well from the top itself, in the sense, just if you dig a little bit, we used to get the water, beautiful, pure water to drink. But now, we are going on digging because bore well, there are so many other sources through which we are extracting the water to that extent that now the water table has gone down. And at the same time, what we do see now, it is nowadays many of the people, section of people, they are not getting the pure water to drink. That is the saddest thing that what we do see in our nation. So water increase, usage of that led to the water table, underground water level has gone down. That is also one of the very impact that what we will see in each and every individual or the nation's scenario of the economy. Next, let's go to the next important reason, that is expanding urban area. As we all know that many of the people, rural people, villages, they are shifting or migrating to urban areas, cities, and here that leads to more population in the urban areas, that led to the natural resources, using it to a more extent, and at the same time huge population lives in a small area. For example, giving the instance of the apartment or the building, high story building or 20, 25, 15 floors. Maybe the area is very small, but so many story building, so many people are living there. Isn't it, children? Small area, more population, and whatever the existing resources, they are going on using that. But what is a beautiful scene, what we do see in the villages, children? Small, it may be a small or a big house, beautiful, there will be a distance. The houses are not so close, isn't it? You must have been seeing your native places in the villages. There, here from one house, there will be a lot of difference or a distance there, and at the same time, nice fields and the plantation and all those things. Nature, abundance, the beauty of the nature, isn't it? So, huge population lives in a small area, but in the villages, the totally the different picture what we do see, and demand for resources. What can we understand that? As the people are more, there is more urbanization. People more, there is a residents, what we could see, the residents, they are going on using the resources, more water, more food, everything. Yes, there is an increase and generation of waste. You must have been seen the generation of waste. It's like a mountain nowadays. We have not seen the Mount Everest. Yes. At the same time, what we do see here, our dump yard, it's like a big mountain, heaps of waste, what we do see. And especially in the metropolitan cities and all, they are finding it, the people and that management, the system is finding so difficult to segregate that. So what we have to do, we have to segregate dry, waste and all. If you want the organic manure, we can do that. So little bit of effort and consciousness, if you have that, definitely there are some solutions for that. But what we do see, generally speaking, having said that, in the cities and in the urban areas, it has become like a mountain, a dump yard, and the waste. The government officers, officials are finding, and the system is finding so difficult to manage that. Waste, population explosion, all the things we are going on consuming, and the waste, what is produced, that is highly, very difficult to manage that. So, these are generation of waste, reduction in the quantity. So, that will have a great impact in the quantity and the quality of the natural resources. Because of all these things, we cannot make out, we cannot visualize those things. But in reality, the impact on the quality and the quantity of the natural resources. As I will give you a simple example. Pure, as I told you earlier also, pure water to drink, we have to boil. In the olden days, or in like 10-20 years since, after that lot of changes, here just drawing the water from the well, we used to drink that water. No need to boil and all. Now there are so many processes or the machines through which we are, then after that, the last process we are going to drink the water. Isn't it, children? Just imagine, these are all the changes what we get. Otherwise, beautiful water from the pond itself they used to water. Now if you drink from the pond, nearby pond, everything polluted. River, if you drink water, can you drink? No. Everything has polluted. Purest form, it is very difficult to get. So we have to realize that. As we do take care of our health, our body, and how we should manage ourselves, our health at the same time, we should manage and we should protect, we should conserve, and this natural resources. Next, what we do see, the replica of that, atmospheric pollution. What we do find, the pollution, whatever the air that what we do breathe, oxygen, it is polluted. And what is the pandemic is going on now? Because of that, we cannot have that also. We have to cover our nose and mouth, to which the virus made us to have that kind of lifestyle, a total change of lifestyle. In the present day scenario, what we do find, yes, because of this pandemic, and at the same time, earlier with the problem that what we used to face, that is the atmospheric pollution, the pollution of air. But the air that what we used to breathe, oxygen, it is impure. So, there is in Delhi, there is a place, as we all know that Delhi, a capital, it's highly polluted state. Earlier also they used to cover their nose and all, they used to mouth and all, they used to walk or they used to travel. So there is one oxygen area, it seems they have to go back to that particular center and they have to take that purest water. So what to do? We can have that steps, some small steps, each and every individual. Yes, we have to go on. If you cut trees also, it's okay. And instead of that, one more tree we have to plant. So trees, of course, the forest will plays a very, very important role here. Yes. So atmospheric, it may be because of number of vehicles, traffic and all those things. Atmospheric pollution. It may be because of the industries, whatever they release the gases because of that carbon dioxide, and yes, because of all these things, whatever we do breathe, the air that is polluted, highly difficult to get pure air to breathe. Yes. Next, water pollution. As I told you, water is also polluted now because of industrialization, because of urbanization, whatever the waste, many a times we could see many of the people, everything, whatever they waste, they used to throw it in the water, whatever nearby. It may be a pond, it may be a river, going, passing through the vehicle, and they will, yes, Children, this is a conscious effort what we are doing. It is a judiciously are we thinking and having all our activities. No, sorry, yes. So, water pollution. It may be all the effluents of the industries. It's all because of course, for the domestic, whatever the purposes to which, and at the same time, what we do, animal washing, normally the things. So, we have to have we have to give utmost importance to water. Yes. So, water pollution and at the same time, land degradation. And all we do see that what we do see here, the soil on the land, the fertility of the soil has come down. The quality of the soil has come down now. The different types of crops what we used to grow in the earlier days now, organically it's okay if you do it, but we do see many of the farmers, they are using the fertilizers and we are consuming the same thing. So, what we do see, water pollution and the land degradation. So, these are all the reasons to which we can understand the quality and the quantity of the natural resources has depleted, it has come down. It is very difficult to get it in the purest form. It is very difficult to get it in the purest form. Whatever we do, having said that, whatever being in the urban areas, whatever we do drink, whatever we do consume, everything it's not in the purest form, it is in the impure form. If you bring the vegetables also, and it has become more nowadays because of this pandemic, yes. Earlier also we used to wash it nicely, it may be because with the salt water or any other forms through which. So, it's not like bringing and just one wash we are going to consume that. We cannot consume that. It's very difficult. So, children, so I hope you got this. So, these are all the different reasons to which. One of the important questions, 3 marks or 2 marks. What are the reasons for the scarcity of resources? We have to write all this: overpopulation and the other activities, growing industrialization, expanding urban areas, atmospheric and the water pollution. So, being the responsible citizens of the nation, responsible individuals of this, whatever, wherever you are, the region, it may be the place where you do reside, we have to give importance to that and we have to make sure that it should not be polluted. Whatever, it may be the land, it may be the water, yes, all this. So, it is our conscious effort and we have to, here we have to see the government also having lot of policies through which making the people to have the awareness that what's happening around and what is their role in this regard and educating the people, of course. Education, yes, all we do have the education, but we don't know. We cannot say that we are educated full, so we should have our conscious effort and exploration and discovery of new sources of resources. And we should give importance to children and solar energy. Very beautiful heat or the energy given by sun god. We have to use that and different forms through which we can have the advantage. Solar energy, wind energy, all through these sources. So the other alternative we should find out. Otherwise, as we all know that because of all this pollution, global warming and what and all the different things, what we do find in our lives nowadays, what we have seen, not seen so far. I hope you got what I was talking about. Yes, and this is the thing that what we do find in the present day. So, it is the individual and the government and all together. We should be united in this regard so that we can make our life a beautiful earth, a talent to live on this earth, and we can make our life beautiful. I hope children you have understood this the topic, the scarcity of resources, and you have understood your duty, your role in this regard? Yes, just have this in your mind, the question, and write down in your book what do you mean by scarcity of resources and what are the reasons for scarcity of resources. There are some topics this year because of the pandemic, number of days, the classes, it has been less, and so there are some topics have been dropped this year in the syllabus. That is the conservation of resources, and I will give you some gist on this conservation of resources. So as I told you just now, what is our role in this regard in the conservation of resources and reducing the ecological footprint? Ecological footprint, what is the land, the quantity we do use, and how we are going to use that. What and all the 4 R's: reuse, reduce, recharge, regenerate, and research. These are the 4 R's which should be given more importance. Definitely, very beautifully, we can apply that in our day-to-day life, everyday's life. Yeah, in our routine, if we have that conscious effort, definitely we can reduce to much extent the present scene of the scenario, and reducing our ecological footprint. And what are the ways through which we can reduce the ecological footprint? Yes, giving importance to the organic food. Yes, and at the same time, you should conserve the energy, electricity, transportation. If your house is nearby to school, transportation, yes, from your house, just try to have your walk from school to home or from home to school, creating less waste. As I told you, segregating the dry and the wet waste. Yes, definitely it is going to play an important role in whatever your kitchen garden or whatever that you are going to grow in your garden. Yes, of course. And the water, how the manner in which how we are going to use water in your houses, and at the same time the community, how the community should have the awareness in this, so that we can improve the quality and the quantity of the natural resources. So 2 topics have been dropped this year, but you should have the knowledge. You should have the knowledge of this. What are the ways through which we can conserve the natural resources? Yes. Without this, if you write the contrary to this, we'll get the idea for that and answer for that. And at the same time, what do you mean by ecological footprint, and what are the ways through which we can reduce the ecological footprint? Here, as I said, and I'm stressing this, it is you, the future generation of the nation. You should give importance to that. Not only you, all we do, but we all know that that's very, very important for our life. So with this note, and as Gandhiji has very beautifully said, earth has enough to meet everyone's need, but not greed. What a beautiful words said by Gandhiji. Earth has enough to meet everybody's need, but not his greed. So as I told you, man's wants should be a limited one. Unnecessarily, we should not go on using the same. We should not go on having the mining. We should not go on having our pollution or polluting the environment. We should curb all these activities. Our activities to that extent that definitely, if you have that, definitely we can improve the quality and the quantity of the natural resources. Not necessary to import from the other nations. We can have, God has given beautiful natural resources we do have in our nation also, on our earth. So giving importance, a little bit of work, you can also have the conscious effort in this regard. Thank you, children. I hope you have understood today's topic. Yes, you should have the knowledge and you should write the question, what are the scarcity of resources and what are the ways through which we can conserve our natural resources, and what do you mean by ecological footprint, and what are the ways through we can reduce the ecological footprint. Thank you, children. Have a great day. Take care of yourself.